Australian Sake Awards started 3 years ago, and when I was first approached about the Australian Sake Awards, I knew there was nothing in Australia as far as Sake Awards went, and of course I was unsure as to how it would go. It was a bit of a wing and a prayer, and it was a really interesting experience in the very first year. And I think what it did is it brought together a lot of people in the industry and also a lot of sake advocates and people that are really enthusiastic about sake. And 3 years later, I think we've created some kind of community, which is a really wonderful thing to see.
This is my first time. It was interesting, very interesting. Got to meet a lot of wonderful people and try a lot of different sake. For me, I found yesterday was very intense with the trying the sake and then the judging. Today was a lot more fun. The food and the pairing, for me, that was something I'm way more comfortable with.
So year one and year two, we stuck with very traditional categories. So obviously we looked at things like Daiginjo, Ginjo, Junmai. There's absolutely nothing wrong with judging sake that way. So we wanted to provide categories this year that gave brewers an opportunity to enter something regardless of the actual grade, and perhaps looking more at what a consumer can expect to find in that profile, in the profile of that particular sake.
That is a really improvement for the consumers. That makes it easy to understand what's the difference and also what's the taste for the consumption.
We want more people to bring sake to their table. We want more people to consume sake and to enjoy sake in general, explore the culture, the history and the beverage that it is. And of course, since starting Australian Sake Awards 3 years ago, we've made a lot of changes. So this year saw a change in the categories and also the addition of a food pairing component.
And I think the category you put it in is good as well, because it shows how you can match different type with a certain dish.
The category wise, I still personally feel that all category maybe fit a lot better, but that's coming back in more traditional sort of sense. If we're kind of moving forward, I think the newer category will work a lot better with the Australian market per se, yeah.
I think the changes are really positive. I think something that ASA is trying to do is create a really familiar language for the average Australian consumer, and I really look forward to seeing the evolution in 2025. I think the food pairing component has been really well received by the judges, and we're moving in the right direction, and I'm hoping that the Australian public will embrace the winners when they're announced, and that we can perhaps help more people enjoy drinking sake, whether it be at home or when they dine out.